through your freedom.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle.
You can't have. Right. We're getting cut off, folks. The truth. Can we handle it? We aren't even allowed to think before something goes on, folks. We, the Prepared Mind Network, are back on the grid. That's right. We're coming at you, and we will be at the zoo live tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are back on the grid, but folks, so is Cerveza Bug. So is all that entails. Let's get into this, right? There was a big bash in D.C. for all the Democrats, all of them to gather and love on themselves. Well, afterwards, we've had an outbreak. That's right. They had a super spreader Democrat dinner. The gridiron dinner. And they've had an outbreak. Now we have a Cerveza bug outbreak. 72. And don't think that number is not significant. It's significant in astrology, astrotheology, and the Illuminati, as well as ancient history, the Sumerians, etc. 70, not to mention 72 virgins. And I don't think any of these people are virgins. 72 high profile politicians, celebrities, personalities, whatever you want to call them. They have tested positive. Folks, it didn't say they're in the hospital or dead. They tested positive. But we have to ask ourselves, why a Cerveza bug outbreak? Why now? And not 2 months ago or 6 months ago. Why now? After winter, we're into the spring. Why now? Why are the big shots and Democrats in D.C. getting Cerveza bug? Well, first I have to ask, didn't they get the Jim Jones boost juice? Didn't they get that? Why isn't it working? Seriously, why isn't it working? If it's so good, it's so effective, why isn't it working? Is this agenda driven? This seemingly, right, shall we say, natural outbreak. It's not synthetic. No, it's not manufactured. It's not a false flag. It just happened. Oh my gosh, right? Agenda driven, most likely, folks, as all things are in today's world. Everything is agenda. There are no coincidences. Nothing is an accident or natural. It's always manufactured, and there is always a political power objective behind it, right? So why? Why is this happening, folks? Is this a distraction from other events that are going on, like Hunter Biden laptop, Joe Biden getting sicker, gonna stroke out? Is this a distraction from the polls that are showing the Democrats are just tanking, right? Or could this be political infighting for power, and they need to keep us distracted? Hillary has been back in the last few weeks, and so has Barack Hussein, Barry Soetoro, Obama. Got to keep us distracted, folks, from seeing what's happening. Joe is failing, and they should have known miserably he would be a failure. Now, their agenda, he's completely successful. He killed the Keystone Pipeline. He's pissed off Russia. He's created war, right? We're going to have some famine around the world. Energy prices are up. The southern border's open. Joe Biden has 100% succeeded in performing as prescribed. The only place he has lost is his popularity. The most popular president ever elected has the lowest ratings ever seen. How is that possible? Well, because nobody likes what's happening, even his own supporters. So, fear, fear, fear. They've got to distract with this fear. Don't let us forget, folks, that they can lock us down. Don't let us forget that they can punish us, etc. Cerveza bug will kill everyone in an instant. Never forget that, you peasants. Now, they're distracting us from economic failures. They have to. They need to scare us and distract us from the failures, right? Did they really think that modern monetary theory wasn't going to produce mega inflation, gas price shock at the pump, And the backlash of pissed off Democrats as well as Republicans is getting way too loud, and they need to scare us with a cerveza bug outbreak. Oh no, not our precious leadership in DC. Right? Overall fear of backlash is growing too much for the Democrats to contain. And the election of 2022, will it unseat them from their power in DC? Too many big marges, too many big Getzes and Boberts, and those types of Republicans could show up in DC and make a lot of noise. They could lose their majority status and control and start a shitstorm of fighting. So what's their remedy? Fix the gas prices? No. Stop the southern border invasion? No. Improve military morale? Not going to happen. Instead, it's never forget, folks. Never forget cerveza bug. We have an outbreak, right? And never forget, for us, their plans can all fail, folks, and their plans can fail spectacularly. They're trying to prop up the economy. That could totally fail in an instant. And they could just decide to cause that to happen by pulling the rug out from under them, right? Making some wild, crazy ass announcements. They can do whatever they want. Because remember, they will always use every and any crisis to their advantage. Never let a crisis go to waste. Now, for the war, right? Fear, restrictions, distractions. That's what war is, not to mention the potential for death and conflict and greater loss. But they need us scared. They want to remind us, hey, we can have wartime restrictions. We're already seeing, baby food is being rationed now. I guess people are starting to stock up. That's the fear because of war, right? Because of the inability to get products. They can keep us distracted with the war, folks. How about more distractions for the economy, right? Don't blame Biden. It's Trump's fault. Don't blame Biden and the Democrats. It's Putin's fault. Everything is Putin, Russia, 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 and Trump. Sound familiar? But they need us distracted, folks. They need us distracted. How about just for tyranny, right? Here at home, they need to demonize you and me. They need to demonize patriotic Americans as Russian supporters, as domestic terrorists, right? For tyranny, they need to continue to blame Trump and threaten that they're going to arrest him. Right? How could any sane American support President Trump? If he's going to be arrested, he must be a criminal. So if you're supporting him, you're a bad guy too. Wow. And for cerveza bug, they need the fear out there. They need us to be aware of it, to be fearful, threaten mandatory Jim Jones juicing, demonize purebloods. Oh, you bet. And so that has started. In my opinion, that is why we have 72 politicians, 72, a number of completion, perfection, renewal, great reset. That number represents a lot, folks. So Dr. Doomy Death himself, the little booster showed up this weekend. And he says the United States is likely to see a fall cerveza bug surge. How can he know that? We've got to go through the spring, the entire summer, and get to the fall. But what happens in the fall, folks? An election is coming. Boy, if we had a surge in people going, man, my nose is running. A surge in people going, got a little cough. They could lie and say it's happening, and what would you know? I mean, you're telling us people are dying left and right, and when I'm out there, I don't see jack shit. I see some masked idiots afraid of their own shadow, but I don't see shit other than that. So, question I have, is this surge, is this so that they can get mail-in ballots, ballot harvesting? Is this so they can cancel the election? There's a lot of concerns here. But don't worry, Dr. Doom says, yeah, we could see a fall surge. In fact, folks, the little rooster had this to say. We may need to start wearing masks indoors again. It's the spring. Why? It's not deadly. It's just cerveza bug. Why? Are we going to lock everyone down? We're going to put masks on kids. We're going to tell no one they can go to the store. We're going to make you stand in lines to get someone to jam something up your nose into the back of your throat and into your brain. And again, I'll tell you what better way to get an infection inside of your body than to take a contaminated Q-tip, jam it into your nose, into your mucous membrane, and through your mucous membrane, which is a layer of protection to keep bugs, germs from entering our body. It's moist, it's warm in there, but it's a layer of mucus to protect us. They jab right through that. How is that good? They jab right through that, and whatever's on that Q-tip is now inside of your body. The thinnest layer between us and the outside is our sinus cavity and our lungs. Gee whiz. And they penetrate that. Wow. Folks, get prepared. They're going to push this garbage on us, right? We, the Prepared Mind, we're back on the grid and coming at you. And we'll be live tonight on the Zoo at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We're back on the grid, and so is cerveza bug. They won't let it go. It's up to you to prep to action. Get prepped, yes. Take action. Call, write, email, text, message. Not just your friends and loved ones, family, coworkers, but also the people in charge, and let them know you're watching and you're voting and you want them to respect our freedoms and liberty and knock this fear bullshit off. All right, guys, chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours? Remember, if you need anything, go to thepreparedmind.club. That is your store for what you need to get prepared. Right? Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. It's not a joke anymore. If you think it is, go try and buy baby food. Baby food. Wait until it's kid food, grown-up food, any food, all food. It's coming. Semper Fi. Godspeed.